Should Aaron fight for Karen? What's good, y'all? It's your good sis, you let her talk TV with, right here on Erica Beyince TV with another Sistas video. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're not new here, welcome back, boo. And I am trying to give a little bit more of attention and conversation to the seemingly jilted lovers, partners, potential spouses of this messy melee that is playing out by way of the reuniting and love sharing of Zarin, right? In this video, we're going to talk about if Aaron should be actually fighting for Karen. I also have a video talking about what I think Fatima should be doing right now. So if those are two conversations that you are having with your friends or you are looking to have online, then these are the perfect videos for you. Fatima's video is linked in the description box down below. You can watch it after you finish this one. But let's go ahead and talk about what we came here to talk about. Because quite a bit of y'all have been saying since the beginning, honestly, that Aaron needs to walk away from Karen, and Aaron is doing too much, and Aaron is a simp, all the way down to Aaron is scamming. You name it, y'all have said it in reference to Aaron. But in this video, I really want to explore his perspective a little bit more. I talked about this in the video I created where I titled it, Karen Leaves Aaron for Zach. But again, I want to go into a little bit more depth, specifically from Aaron's point of view. Now, at the point of me recording this video, I have seen the trailer for episode 7, but we have yet to see episode 7. And in it, we get to see Aaron talking to Pam and asking like, what is really going on with Zach and Karen? And then he also says that he's starting to get fed up with all of this. And I think that this is the first time that we're really seeing that Aaron is reaching a breaking point. While we know that he was entertaining other women, specifically Jennifer, who popped up episodes back last season, it was never really clear to us that Aaron like moved on or is getting so tired that he is fully going to move on. And this could be the beginning of the end, even though I personally don't think that it will be. For whatever reason, I feel like all that's happening is going to get Aaron to double down in his pursuit of Karen. And I know some of y'all struggle with that. Y'all don't like it. I am going to still stand 10 toes down in loving it, because there are plenty of black women who do it every single day for worthless Negroes. Okay? For Negroes who will probably never reach their potential, but they stay 10 toes down and we don't actually get the reciprocal. And I will continue to say that because that has been my experience and that has been something that I have observed. And it is low-key healing to see Aaron still pursue Karen, who, while it's messy, while certain things are problematic, she is still very much so a worthy partner. Like, if we're going to be honest, y'all, we cannot say we don't know why Aaron wants to be with Karen, because when she's in something, she's in it. You feel loved, you still feel supported, you feel like you are actually in partnership with someone. She, not only carries her own weight and does what she needs to do for herself, but she shows up for any and every person that she loves deeply. So it's not like she's just like the worst possible partner or she brings absolutely nothing to the table. There is something there. It's just the complication of her still having residual feelings for her ex that makes things a little bit messy, a little bit, as I mentioned, complicated, but it doesn't make her any less worthy of love or partnership with somebody. Now, the question I pose is, should Aaron be fighting for her? Because we're basically seeing him do that in last episode, which would be episode 6. We got to see him at the salon bright and early, even before Karen gets there, and he's taking out trash and he's taking it upon himself, even after Karen was very dismissive the night before and didn't want to reciprocate and tell him back that she loved him and didn't want him to stay around, and just has been definitely pulling back. He has not at all pulled back, regardless of how dismissive she has been or how detached she has been, which is very, very interesting. I think that we're still under the cloud of Jennifer for Aaron, and I think that he understands. He's one of the men who does something when he does something, because it's also very few and far between when Aaron actually does something wrong, or not even wrong, because I wouldn't even say Jennifer he did wrong. I think the biggest issue with the whole Jennifer circumstance is her actually knowing where Karen works, knowing Karen's business, and popping up to pop off. That is something that Aaron should have been able to secure and make sure would never come Karen's way. But him dating Jennifer was not an issue, or is not wrong per se. But back to my point of, he seldomly makes wrong moves or missteps, but when he does, he is pretty much fully accountable pretty much immediately. And it kind of goes all the way back to that horrible ass meeting that they had back at the grocery store when he decided to read Karen a riot act about marriage because she was looking on at this couple minding her damn business, and he approaches her as a stranger like it's not cracked up, all that is cracked up to be, and then he decides to read black women down, and she has to gather him in that damn grocery store all the way till when they're sharing ice cream in the car, and then he gets all extra sensitive because he wants to take digs at her with her situation. But when Karen mentions his cheating wife, then it's all, he pissed about it. But then even then, he, leaves the rose and he double backs and he apologizes and he atones, and he just is very quick to do those types of things. So part of me feels like, okay, maybe it's a little something in reference to competing with Zach for Karen's heart, but I also think that a lot of the actions that we're seeing play out post-fire, post-Jennifer showing up, is him atoning for Jennifer showing up. I saw someone posting a comment that they don't like how small Aaron is playing off the whole Jennifer circumstance to be. And while I get what you're saying in reference to him being like, don't worry about it, I took care of it, restraining order, bop de boop, it won't happen again. I get how y'all are saying that is small, or him making it small in reference to trying to like fix it and move on very quickly, because yes, we have heard that before. You had your ex-wife popping up and popping off, and you said that you had handled it, you said you had pulled her in, you said all of these things, and then she comes and she unalives herself right in front of Karen in her dang on salon. So that was definitely, bigger than you were letting on, and this is definitely starting to feel like that-esque. However, I think that Aaron is showing the gravity and knowing how out of pocket Jennifer popping up is by staying by Karen's side, by pursuing her still through this mess. When it's clear, the writing is on the wall that her eyes are pointed back towards Zach, and Aaron is literally unwavering. And I think that part of that is his guilt behind Jennifer, and like his part that he's played in her potentially losing interest in what they had going on, or what they were really just starting to get into, because they was getting into a nice little groove, y'all. Aaron and Karen was giving for quite a while, and now Zarin is here, and I don't know what to do with my damn self. But again, I've been saying all this, and I have yet to tell y'all what I think in reference to should Aaron still fight for Karen, and the short answer is yes. Spoiler alert, y'all knew I was going to say that. I do think that he should still fight for Karen. I think that while Karen's eyes are 100% on Zach right now, and she's entertaining thoughts of back down memory lane and what it could be if Zach actually gets it together and wants her back and blah, 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 I do still feel like Aaron is the best bet for her. I think that he's the best fit for her. I think that in her growing relationship, both friendship and romantic relationship with Aaron, over the course of the time that we have seen them in the series, she has grown as a person. She has been pushed to step outside of the confines of what she has known herself to be. While she still can be very fiery and confrontational, she is a little bit more thoughtful. She's a little bit more calm. She's a little bit more strategic. And I think that we have Aaron to thank for some of those things, and pushing her in certain ways to like think about the things that she says before she says it and how she responds and all of that. I think that the way that Aaron has loved her and continues to love her is 100% beautiful, and it's healing for her, whether she realizes it or not, because he has consistently shown her that she deserves more and that she should never go back to less. And I think that that's still a very real part of this conversation in reference to who Karen is going to actually end up with. Zach is showing up now after you almost died, but he also was fighting and steam plant and snatching you up and doing this and doing that. So like, for Zach, I would need to see a little bit more consistent effort and consistent patience and grace when it comes to Karen versus being so easily swayed and ready to pop off when she pisses you off, or when she tells you no, or she doesn't do something that you want her to do. I want Aaron to stay in the fight. I think that Aaron still does have a chance in this fight for Karen's heart. And I know that some of y'all are going to hear that and be like, fight for her heart? Who cares? Why would we do that? And you know what? Black women are deserving of people fighting for their hearts. We fight for black men's hearts every day, B. It's time for reciprocal energy. You don't agree? I don't care. So you don't have to tell me in the comment section, because I don't care. My thoughts is that Aaron should definitely fight for Karen. Not only because I think that black women deserve it or worth it, but also at its core, y'all, with Karen is where Aaron really wants to be. So while I get not looking dumb and not looking stupid, and y'all want to be talking about simping because the kids is talking about simping, at its core, I'm really, really down for people doing what the hell they actually want to do. As long as it's not going to be harmful to somebody else, not going to compromise somebody's life, go with what your gut is telling you. Go with what your heart is telling you. So if your heart is telling you that you want to be with somebody and they are not reciprocating in this moment or something like that, but you really, really, really feel called to do it, then do those things. Because whether you end up with the person or not, there might be something that the universe or God is calling you to learn or experience by way of this experience. And I think when we give too much weight and gravity to what society thinks, to what our friends think, to what our parents think, to what whoever thinks outside of ourselves, when we're making very pivotal decisions for our own lives, the more we put ourselves in a position of peril and destruction. Like the thing that I take the most pride in is, like, regardless of whether I won or I lost, it was a mistake or set up for super success, it's a decision that I made and something that I really wanted to do. I would never want to live my life only doing the things that people thought were best for me, or that other people wanted for me, that made me completely unhappy, made me feel completely unfulfilled. And then I also maybe was failing at it. Like, who wants to do that? Aaron, go after Karen, and even if she doesn't reciprocate, you know that you loved on 100%. You knew that you poured out all that you had because you felt called to do so in that moment. And I think that he should have no regrets for that, simply because that's what he wants to do. So yeah, those are my thoughts on if Aaron should be fighting for Karen. I want to invite y'all to tell me what y'all think in the comment section down below. But when I tell you, I do not want to read another I'm sick of Karen comment, and I don't want to see another Aaron is a simp comment. Like, if you have a problem with how Aaron is showing up in a relationship, if you want Aaron to stop, then write a thoughtfully crafted comment, because these little throwaway weak ass comments are on my nerves and I don't want to see them anymore. So I'm going to invite you to comment and keep the conversation going intentionally, intelligently, with a little bit of effective communication and emotional intelligence. Can you do that for me, please? We're gonna see if y'all know how to follow directions. Let me get into the comment section to see what y'all talking about. It's your good sis, She Love to Talk TV with. Thank you so much for watching this video, kicking it all the way to the end. Hit that like button because I know that you liked it. You made it all the way to the end. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm gonna see you over at the Fatima video where we talking about if she should be processing or popping off.